Pakistan today, 20th of February 2024, China's special envoy to Afghanistan requests that the United States unfreeze American-donated assets in Afghanistan. Following the Taliban takeover, U.S. donations to Afghanistan were frozen by the U.S. government. Yue Xiaoyong, China's special representative on Afghan issues, encouraged the United States to remove its unilateral sanctions and unfreeze the $7 billion in assets Washington has in Afghanistan. Yue stressed that Washington's aid plan for Afghanistan touches the surface in a Tuesday interview with the Global Times. He also asked the U.S. to quit ignoring the real issues that Afghanistan is experiencing. Yue made these remarks following a two-day international conference on Afghanistan that concluded in Qatar's capital, Doha, on Monday. The gathering brought international envoys and UN members to Afghanistan to discuss various issues affecting the country. Representatives of over 20 nations and international organizations, including the US, China, and Russia, participated in the discussion under the direction of UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres. The de facto ruling group of Afghanistan, the Taliban, was absent. The UN chief declared that the Taliban authorities' requirements for attendance at the meeting were not acceptable. Unfortunately, communication with the Taliban authorities has not yet been achieved this year, Yue, who was present at the meeting, told the Global Times on Tuesday. However, the conference brought together representatives from those nations to discuss ways to address challenges related to Afghanistan. Thus, there are advantages to the gathering. Global issues, such as combating terrorism and keeping Afghanistan from becoming a hub for terrorist activity, were also on the agenda, according to Yue. Since removing the threat of terrorism from Afghanistan, China has always placed a high priority on doing so because it is essential to the security of its borders. Consequently, the ambassador said, "We are happy that the issue of combating terrorism has received more attention this time." After a two-day meeting in Doha, international representatives agreed on certain vital matters about Afghanistan, but challenges remained, according to Guterres on Monday. In many ways, the government of Afghanistan remains with a government that is not recognized internationally and is not integrated into the global institutions and global economy, the speaker claimed. However, according to Guterres, there is a widespread belief on a global scale that human rights are declining in the nation, especially for women and girls. According to Yue, China has made it clear that Afghanistan must address the demands of the global community for women's rights protection and moderate governance, among other things. But conversation, in my opinion, ought to be the first step, Yue said. Yue also reiterated the demand that the U.S. remove its unilateral sanctions and unfreeze the $7 billion in assets that Afghanistan has abroad. According to Yue, the U.S. established $3.5 billion Afghanistan aid fund hasn't done anything to assist the nation thus far. Yue stated, "Hopefully, the U.S. will stop making excuses and start facing the real problems that Afghanistan is facing." She also mentioned that unfreezing the assets can assist the Afghan people in achieving long-term security, stability, and peace and reconstructing their country. The U.S. declared in September 2022 that it would move $3.5 billion in assets from the Afghan Central Bank into a new trust fund established in Switzerland, which will be protected from the Taliban and used to support economic stabilization in Afghanistan. In October 2023, the diplomat released a piece stating that fund distributions had not occurred over a year after its creation. China, on the other hand, has contributed significantly to the nation's reconstruction after the war. China published an 11-point document outlining its comprehensive stance on the Afghan problem in April 2023. Furthermore, China has participated in all four of the surrounding countries of Afghanistan's foreign minister meetings. According to Yue, the UN has commended mechanisms like foreign ministers' meetings among Afghanistan's neighbors, and these diplomatic efforts have helped resolve some of the country's problems. Based on communication, respect, and cooperation, China is prepared to collaborate with the international community to assist Afghanistan in achieving peace, stability, and rebuilding. According to Yue, this strategy contributes to global peace, strength, and growth and is becoming increasingly accepted by nations.